action. But we want to close, but first this.
This is George Oduor. He was the former bodyguard, very close bodyguard of the former Prime Minister Raila Odinga. And he died yesterday. A very sad transition is currently in progress. And we give our condolences to the family. I knew George very well, a very soft-spoken gentleman, a security officer. You know, we always tend to know the boss, but there's so much that goes around. And I would even say the same of presidential bodyguards, these VIP bodyguards. They become part of our ecosystem, especially in the media, because they'll normally be in the room when you're doing that interview or when you're interacting with their boss. And George was that person when it came to former Prime Minister Raila Odinga. Very, very sad indeed to lose him at a relatively young age. And I think I can say I've known George my entire journalistic career. From the time Raila Odinga defected from Ford Kenya to the National Development Party, I first met him in Kibra when Raila Odinga was going for election, because he stepped down from Ford Kenya, formed the National Development Party, resigned and contested for the Langata by-election against, that was way back in 1996, December, I think. And that's when I met George Oduor. I knew him till his death, and pole to the family.
Indeed. May he rest in peace. Jay?
I think the death of George was very shocking, considering that the last public assignment we saw George was at the AUC contest in Addis Ababa. And after he came back, we did not see more of him. George was that guy that gave you the access that you do not ordinarily get to Raila with anybody else. If you look at a number of people that say the only access they had to Raila Odinga was through George, will tell you the kind of a person he was. Very dedicated, very loyal, and stood the test of time. As journalists, most of the time, we interact with some of these people, and it's never an easy task. It's always a fight after the other. But with George, it was all smooth, all streamlined. And I remember most of the time when we did the show on Radio Ramogi and TV Ramogi that we do, he is that guy that would always let us know that Mzee is listening, and he says you guys are doing a good job, and it was always a constant encouragement on some of the things that we were discussing. And to the family of George, pole sana, and especially to Raila Odinga and his family, because for somebody to stand by you and with you for more than 3 decades, he's part of your family. He is part of your family. May he rest well.
Amen.
Yeah, thank you, JB and NLK for that. Yeah. I think we can finish